Myself and my children, we're not comfortable.
The land had a different kind of haunting than the house did.
I know, ominous.
Spooky, very spooky.
Is that it?
Those footsteps.
Oh, those are the footsteps?
Yeah.
That's what you hear?
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of aggressive activity happening in the house.
We don't want you to stay here, right?
We want to.
And that's a new thing for us. I've never seen anything like it. We haven't seen anything like it since.
If anybody doesn't want me here, you should probably tell me.
In this case, we wanted to make Adam more vulnerable because this spirit seemed to not like males.
That was up. That was a weird voice.
There was a voice on it that it sounded otherworldly.
There are no bad men on this land.
That's me.
I'm Adam Berry.
And I'm Amy Bruni.
And this is Kindred Spirits Inside the Investigation.
So this case is in Charleroi, Pennsylvania, and we had received a call from Jen, who is a single mother of 2 kids.
Hi, I'm Amy.
Hi, Adam. Can we come in?
Thanks so much for being here. Yes.
She had a ton of land.
And she was also saying that, like, the land had a different kind of haunting than the house did, which was new for us. So she kind of had 2 things going on.
I know, ominous.
Spooky, very spooky.
There's definitely a ghost in our house. I just hear footsteps coming down. I see nobody.
There were children involved.
Absolutely.
And it seemed like the activity was really geared toward men. And so she was having issues like with her father coming to the house and things. And then she was also concerned for her son because as he got older, you know, was that going to be a problem?
I've never been comfortable in Jen's house. In the woods, I saw a Native American just appear.
Having someone like her father not want to come to the property at all is sad because you're basically, this activity was breaking this family apart in a way.
Yeah, and when we met her father, like, did not seem like the kind of person that would be like, I'm not going back there because of a ghost. Like, that was not, that he did not strike me as that kind of individual, but he was that resolute. And he felt awful, but he really wanted to be able to help out with house stuff, and he just couldn't.
Myself and my children, we're not comfortable.
As soon as a haunting starts affecting just your day-to-day life and activities, like that's when you have to fix it.
It keeps everybody up at night.
Is it a male, female?
What we hear the most often is an elderly man and an elderly woman.
There was a lot of aggressive activity happening in the house.
So we knew we were dealing with someone who was not just kind of residually there. Like, this was a spirit that had taken root in that house.
We both heard him scream, "Go on then."
Really?
When this guy is like, go on then, because she was leaving the house, it's almost like a jealousy thing.
Yeah, I definitely got that vibe.
Yeah.
Like, he'd watched her enough to feel comfortable being like, go on then. I mean, that interaction really caught us off guard because that was something new for us, for sure.
Things did not get better.
Wait. Is that it?
Those
Oh,
footsteps.
those are the footsteps?
Yeah.
That's what you hear?
We do hear and experience activities sometimes when we get the initial kind of walkthrough of the space, and it gives you a sense of how often things are happening and how common it is for the family to just kind of have to deal with it. Like, she didn't bat an eye.
So, are you getting that there's been activity in this area?
They both saw an apparition of what they believe was a Native American male out here.
Chip knows nothing about the case. He comes in blind. And in this case, we really wanted to get a read of the land specifically because A, he's male, B, he has a sense that we don't have. And so it's like hearing what he has to say to see if it matches up with anything we know.
Whatever is in the house is 100% separate from what we've got going on down here.
We kind of knew that just from her description, but it was nice to kind of confirm it with him, someone who had no idea where we were or any history of what happened there. We're going to do the spirit box experiment. So basically, he's gonna wear the headphones, blindfold himself, and just say anything he thinks he hears. In this case, we wanted to make Adam more vulnerable because this spirit seemed to not like males. And so we kind of inserted Adam into the spirit space.
If anybody doesn't want me here, you should probably tell me.
And I'm up safe and snug and warm in the house, asking questions using a walkie-talkie while Adam's down there just answering and listening to the spirit box.
Yeah, about to get eaten by a monster.
That was up. That was a weird voice.
It was fine. There was like,
Terrifying.
there were some coyote incidents, but coyotes are small and you're fast.
The coyotes, I can't even deal.
There are no bad men on this land.
That's me.
We were getting really insane answers. There was a voice on it that it sounded otherworldly, if you will. It was pretty intense. I don't mind it, but
That's not true.
we got answers.
You definitely might.
I didn't get eaten, so that's always good.
He hated it.
So I dug into like the entire history of this house, and I found out some information that I think is going to really make all the activity make sense.
Okay.
We were looking for like any indicator as to what could have, made this activity kind of start out of nowhere. And so attached to Jen's land, there was this order basically that whoever has that land, there's kind of this right of way from the government that they can come in and put this pipeline in at any time.
When did that finally happen? When Jennifer moved in.
So at this point, we surmised that when the pipeline went in, the spirits on the land basically blamed Jen and her family for it.
I mean, that's a new thing for us. I've never seen anything like it. We haven't seen anything like it since.
Basically, there was a couple who bought this land in 1941. Their names were George and Clements. They were in this house from 1941 to 1996. When they passed away,
They seemed like they would have most of the attachment to the space. And so we just needed to confirm that it was them and why they were there and figure out like what their intentions towards Jen and her family were.
We don't want you to stay here, right?
we want to. They just don't want to go. They built their life here.
Anytime we can tell a homeowner that the spirits who are there care just as deeply for the home as they do, that's very comforting to them.
Like, I feel so much better just knowing their names and that they used to live here.
And so once we explain the dynamic between the spirits that were in the house and why they were acting the way they were, I think it really put into perspective for Jen that she didn't have anything to worry about.
Well, let's talk about outside. Today, we have Miguel here, and he's gonna send a message to them that you and your family have nothing to do with what happened there.
So it was important for us to do something to kind of appease the spirits that were on the land itself. So that's when we had Miguel come in and do a ritual.
They come in peace. They're not connected in any way to the defiling of this land.
There are Native American tribes still defending the land to this day. It's almost like it never stops. You know, these spirits are always here, and to be a part of that, it's pretty intense.
Like, I got very emotional at the end of this episode because I was just imagining like what that must have meant to them.
At the end of the day, we helped a lot more than just this family. We helped whoever's back here understand that they didn't mean any harm. So we did something good.
And it's kind of just the message we always send. We like to help those alive and dead. And this was like this trifecta of that. And we were able to do that. And that was really special.
Thanks for watching. And for more Kindred Spirits content, head to Travel Channel Go.